So this is the practical application section C. The question asks to identify one psychological issue raised by the above article. Now, psychological issue, a lot of people are confused by what this actually meant. It means the behaviour that you've studied from a core study. So, for example, if it's Freud, it's phobias. If it's Casey, it's delayed gratification. If it's Hancock, it's language of psychopaths. So it's a behaviour. Don't get confused about the fact that it says issue. It just means some kind of psychological theory that we've learned about. And I've highlighted some of the article so that we can use that as quotes for context. And this is a little bit difficult because the question is asking you to identify a psychological issue, and the study that relates to it is Cheney, because Cheney introduced a fun element and then that was trying to improve the adherence to a medical regime. So putting adherence to a medical regime makes sense, but this scenario doesn't really fit that because people aren't being given a medical regime to follow. So I might have given you a mark for it in the paper, but you might not actually get one in the exam. What the actual psychological issue is that if you give somebody something fun, they are more likely to do it. And therefore, the reason for that is because of positive reinforcement. So your first AO1 mark is for mentioning the actual issue, which is to give someone something fun, they're more likely to do it. And the second mark is for explaining that it's because of positive reinforcement, which is operant conditioning. And then you get your quotes from the article. So if we do an example, so one psychological issue raised by the above article is that when people are given something fun, where we might as well put a quote in straight away, is that when people are introduced to a fun element with a task, it is likely to change their behaviour. For example, by putting musical piano steps on the staircase of a Stockholm subway station, 66% more people took the stairs than usual. This can be explained by operant conditioning, as people were being positively reinforced to take the stairs as the musical piano steps were fun. And so people in Stockholm associated the stairs with something pleasurable and then were more likely to repeat the behaviour or repeat the healthier behaviour. We're taking the stairs instead of the escalator. And actually that's a quote, so I can put that in quote marks as well. And then a 66% took the stairs than usual, that's a quote. So I've got loads of quotes in there, and it's really, really short. And I've mentioned, so I've got one psychological issue, is this bit. So that's the first bit. I've got some context in there. Now we've got an example there. And we've got operant conditioning and positively reinforced. And then we've got context, and then we've got AO2 explanation here as well. So there you go, that's all you have to do to get 4 marks for that question.